Hi, hello, and welcome to Edimoon Webinars. As you know, this is Vikas, and I know it's been a while since our last session. Trust me, we've been meticulously planning to restart our series and wanted to ensure we had the perfect guest to kick-start the things. We approached many potential guests, but none seemed like quite right, until now. We're thrilled to have finally found the ideal speaker to reignite our webinars. Today we have Mohammed Muzammil with us. Muzammil has secured an impressive placement at Goldman Sachs in Texas and Mercedes Formula One and landing a remarkable package of 62 LPA. Can you imagine 62 LPA? Currently, he's an executive engineer at BHEL. There's so much valuable insights to gain from his journey and his experiences. So without further, let's welcome Mohammed Muzammil. Welcome, bro.
Thank you for having me, Vikas. It's great to join you.
Yeah, thank you for joining into such a short notice with us. So,
Yeah,
so when I told my friends about this webinar and everything, bro, everyone was like quite surprised. Like 62 LPA, how did he manage and everything? So before going further, I just want to start from the scratch, bro. Now, so can you like
yeah,
start from your like engineering and everything? Like you did engineering, right? So like
yeah.
many engineers are there in a student community, like 15,000 people are there, and everyone like, okay, so I can also achieve that 62 LPA. Tell me how to achieve it. So are you like very studious when you're studying, or you didn't have any fun, anything like that? So
When
what about your
answering,
engineering?
yeah, answering that question, I have paid condemnation twice. My attendance was below 65 in the first two semesters. Definitely not studious. But one thing which you have to keep in mind is that I believe in just two things. Number one, it's not how much I study, it's more about how much I'm able to retain. The focus is more on making sure that I don't forget what I have learned rather than finishing what I have learned or focusing more on finishing the syllabus as such. That is one mantra I
Hmm.
believe that has always helped me so far.
Okay. So what was your life like during the initial years of engineering? Like, as many audience are like first years and second years. Like, do you have any like memorable experiences or challenges?
Most of my first year was about knowing my friends. I met great people in my BTech, and in a way, they were one of the few people who were like rock solid foundation to me in any kind of problems. We in BTech generally we look more towards our friends for any kind of suggestion or help, or even personal problems as such. They became a family. You
True.
find that, and that is something that you need to take it as a positive, and that is something that will help you in your career. It is a bond forever. So keeping that in mind, for me even today when I think about it, if not for them I wouldn't be what I am today. So grateful for my
Yeah,
BTech
they are
friends.
lucky to have even you.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
So
So,
apart from your academics, like what other activities did you involve in your engineering days?
one critical thing is that engineering compared to our class 12, you find a lot of time. Like you're most of the time you get a lot of free time to invest on something better. Well, first thing is that you need to be involved in clubs or something like that. That is the first suggestion I give to anyone. Not because of doing something good for your college, but you get to know how to interact with people. At the end of the day, like you said, placements are not just about the pure technical skills. We are seeing today people with 9 and 10 pointers not getting placed. It is more about how you are able to convey what you mean to people, how you are able to interact with people, and how you manage people. So, people skills are something you get the very best with clubs. Number two, don't depend on college. You are your own, you are responsible for yourself. You have Google today in much better way than what I had back then. Using AI, you can just generate resume and do it much better than what I faced during my BTech time. We didn't have AI tools. There are plenty plethora of opportunities for internships, not only in India, even abroad. So for BTech students, not a lot of people know about it, and some people, even if they know, they are like, "Arey, we are from a small college. Do you think it is valuable? We can do it or not?" It is all about believing that you can, and definitely that is one thing I never give up because I never thought ki I am from a state government college or something like that. It's about why not give it a try. And more often than not, trust me, it has stick to what I believed in.
So like, how did you say, like, uh, activities, like,
I did read you well, Vikas. Can you come again?
academics and subject. So both, how did you manage?
Sorry, actually, your voice is still not clear.
Uh, academics and
Still not clear, actually.
Are you? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I read you fine now.
Yeah. So how did you balance both your academics and extracurricular activities?
Like I said, it's not about the hours you put in. It's more important that you revise. In terms of academics, prioritize more on revision and don't take shortcuts. I mean, shortcuts, I mean, like if you're talking about technical stuff, you should uh, focus more on sources like NPTL, which have excellent and good foundational level courses. They train you to be a better engineer. If you focus on such sources, that is when you actually retain your stuff well. And more importantly, don't focus on just blindly working on syllabus. Just try to revise every day. Just give like 2 hours of revision, and rest of the day, even if you spend doing the stuff you like, at the end of the day, if you are able to retain what you are able to learn at the end of the week, I think that should get you through more often than not. But most importantly, I'll try to upskill. Don't just be uh, with the conventional tools. Try to upskill. There are a lot of platforms which you can use nowadays for free. You should always focus on upskilling because it is your responsibility to be up to date with the technology. And that is what companies look, how well versed you are with the trends.
That's good. So many
Yeah.
people are like very confused. Like, some people are very active in the clubs, but coming to the academics, no. They're like, I'm not having the time. So they just blame time is not there, time is not there. So that's why I wanted to ask you this question. So
Yeah.
coming to the academics, bro, like what exams did you write in your engineering? And from when did you start preparing?
Well, if you're talking about competitive exam, let me tell you a brief. In my second year onwards, actually, my father is very much after me. So he always used to apply for a lot of exams. I attended, I think, like 30-40% of them. But that is one good way he always kept me engaged. I wrote like state PSC exams. I cleared three of them in like group three and group four. But those are something which I was writing as a part of BTech. But most importantly, I think in my second year, there came a phase where we had to do internships. And I wanted to do something different. I went online and started searching what are the research opportunities available for BTech students. Because research is something which not a lot of us in BTech know about, and I came across the European Council of Nuclear Research. That's where I got my first internship from, and I was one among five Indians who were selected that year in
Oh,
2020. And I was the only non-IIT NIT student to be selected because I even asked my friends to apply that time, but they said we will not get it anyways, so no point of applying. But one thing is that you have to take your chances. That is first thing. Internship, and that recruitment had a lot of series of psycho. They don't test your technical aptitude, they test your personal, they take this MBTI test, and then after that, coming to my third year, that's when I started preparing for gate exam because my father is a big inspiration for me. He he's a mechanical engineer as well. He had secured 190 rank in 1995 in mechanical. So I wanted to do this, something similar. So that's when I started preparing for GATE, and I ultimately gave GATE in 2022, and I secured 106. And consequently, with technical skills, I was also upskilling in software using few platforms which are free and they are good. I'll be revealing them to you soon. Yeah.
So, like, what resources or materials like did you find helpful in the preparation when you
For
prepare
campus placements or for GATE as such?
for the gate?
For GATE, see, best source if you ask me. It's not the coaching center, I would say. It's the NPTEL
Oh,
videos because they are free, but they are coming from the most authentic person who could ever teach, an IIT professor. Any lecture which you see, it's just a pure gold because the concepts he teaches are from the scratch and they go as high as you can engineer a product yourself. So that is the level of those lectures. And if you ask me, if any second year student or third year student is asking me, I would say blindly follow NPTEL lectures. There's nothing better source for preparation than that. Even coaching centers, I don't endorse as such. That is the best source, NPTEL. Nothing is better than that. If you're asking for game, if you're asking for campus placements, I would say there are a lot of platforms, a lot of new platforms that have come. In my time, I used to take subscription of Udemy and I used to take courses. They were pretty good in that for like AI and Python and
mhm.
computer skills like programming and stuff.
Oh, that's nice, bro. Like all
Yeah,
the basics you have used basically.
yeah,
All
because
you have used very wisely.
yeah, thank you for that. But actually, they are the ones which are like dependable. Like sometimes, if you see coaching centers, I'm not saying against, but they try to teach you in a way you can clear competitive exams. But right after competitive exams, you have to give interviews to get into
True.
MTech admission and all. You won't be able to clear them if you just focus on the uh, study materials of GATE. If you see NPTEL, you will feel like it's walk in the park because that's exactly what they'll ask you.
True, true, true.
Yeah.
So, like, how did you prepare for your job at this BHEL? Like, any specific skills or knowledge that you're focused on?
Uh, my preparation was purely like one thing is that from second year, like I said, I was doing courses on Udemy, upskilling myself. Now I think a lot of platforms are free. By that time, that was the only platform available. So I was paying. Now I think a lot of platforms are available for free. One thing is that you need to keep a note on what are the current trends of the technology because it is your responsibility to upskill. Like I'm saying again, companies will by that time it will be too late. Ideal time to start is second year and third year, and then that is for campus placements. And as far as interview preparation is concerned, if you're focusing only on interview, your technical stuff will not help you get through the interview 100%. I would say it only accounts to 15%. They see what sort of person you are, how effectively you will be able to take the values of the organization forward. So first thing would be to know why you are going to the like which organization and know well about them. That is first thing. Next thing is that when you are going for internship, the focus you will be doing internship obviously in third or fourth year. I think college students nowadays. Your focus should be not to learn from the internship. It is to see how people are carrying the work. Their ultimate goal is to make one product or one service, but you should see how they are collaborating with each other because that collaboration, how you understand that time, will be shown in the way you answer the questions in interview because you know what they expect from you as an employer if they hire you. So that is something I learned a lot in CERN. In three reputed, I've done four internships. All four of them, I think I didn't take anything from what they were making or what they were trying to make technical aspects, but how they were performing and how the organization as a whole is working to achieve profits. If you understand that and how people are working together, then that understanding will help you in interview because that's what they see how you are planning. to be as a part of their family, their organization.
So like many people actually, many students are like thinking that internships is like a useless thing. Like I want to just secure directly a job. So what is
Yeah.
your suggestion to all of them? So like, do you think really
For
think that internship plays a mandatory role in
First of all,
securing
it
the
gives
job?
you few quick bucks when you are. I think it gives you few quick bucks when you are in your third or fourth year. You get some paid some good amount if you do in the right places. It's for you to find those places. That is one thing. Like I said, CERN recruits third year every year. That's something which possibly third year students can try. It's a really good opportunity. Number two, yes, internships. If you see, they are they take time. Like you have to invest 2 3 months, and mostly you have to invest them in your vacation time only, because vacation comes once in a year. People would feel that is it worth going and all, but let me tell you, uh, that 2 months which you invest will help you a lot in your placements, because that could be a differentiating factor. If you see, if you take yourself in a position of a company which is coming for recruitment, like they have 60 or 70 students in your class. They need something unique in you to take you, not other 60, 70. One thing is internship. Second, and the most important thing is, when you are in internship, you understand how you need to work in an organization. And that you can't get just by watching YouTube videos or studying your textbooks or study materials. That learning is not of technical importance, but of how you need to work, how you will be, what you will be expected to do in an organization. That you get a very good idea in an internship. So that is something I always advise my brother also. So yeah,
So like, which is the ideal year, bro? Like to join an internship, like second year or fourth, third year? Some are telling you like
I
first
did
year.
from I have done in first year, second semester, but ideal time is second year, second semester, because you would have adequate technical knowledge. Because I struggled a lot in one two. There is no point of going that time, because usually when you're class 12, you would have very basic fundamental engineering concepts in your mind. So that time you may not appreciate technology that much, or how what they are doing. And to do that, that time you won't have a lot of exams or
Um, voice is actually a little. I
merging
think.
it, trying to place it, and
Um,
I think I think the vacation will get some of it. That is the ideal time. And then always think of some students
I think there might be a slight internet connectivity issue. Muzammil will be joining back. Just give us like 1 minute. Yeah, he's joining. So in the meanwhile, guys, if you have any doubts or queries, just drop in the comments so that Muzammil will be answering all the questions and comments at the end of the session. So guys, yeah, he's joining. Just a minute. So just everyone, just keep your comments and everything so that we can just keep it on the screen, and Muzammil will be answering you shortly. Like if you have like any doubts like regarding how to prepare for gate, how did he crack the BHL, Goldman Sachs, it's a lot, it's like a walking library, so just make the use of it. Okay. uh, Hi, bro. Yeah, I think your signal is stable now. So, guys, parallelly, just if you have queries, just keep in the comment section. And those who haven't subscribed the YouTube channel, just click on the subscribe button over there. You can just see down. Click on the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed, because every week we are going to have more webinars like this.
Yeah, can you hear me now? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can hear you. Perfect. Yeah, yeah, you're back.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think there was a network issue from my end.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah. So we are discussing about the internships.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like what I was saying is, there is a openings in CERN December every year. So, if you are in second year, first semester, ideally by the end of your semester exam in December, you can apply for that, and you can join the organization in. It's mostly online. You can join in May, so that time, and you get good, like monetary salary also that time, and you especially you learn like anything. Like particle physics is like the next big thing which is going to happen. So that experience and that your CERN internship student will help you a lot in internships. So that's one thing people can try.
So, bro, you have told like 4 internships you have done, right? So,
Yeah.
one of my friend messaged me, right? Like 4 internships. How did he do? Like, what kind of internships are those? Look, can you just explain those 4 internships?
Well, luckily or unluckily, I was in a phase of COVID. So that time we were having classes mostly online. So most of the time I would take permission from my university that there are internships which are coming. Like, let me tell you, in 2020 when COVID hit, just before that I had done internship in Hindustan Shipyard in Vishakhapatnam in 1 2 in first year second semester. There I didn't learn a lot, but basically, like I said, that's the problem. You should go after the second year. That is the first internship. There, what I learned is just a second.
I think there's a network issue again.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see you now.
Uh, hello.
Uh, it's like, bro. Yeah, I can see you now. Can you just unmute? It's in mute. It's in mute actually. Can you? Yeah, bro. I can see you clearly. Can you just unmute?
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah. You're audible now. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Clear. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I'm sorry, there's a
That's
bit
fine.
of a blackout. But yeah, like I was saying, four internships are like two are engineering internships from PSUs, and one was from CERN, and the other was from an IT firm. That is, it's a startup that time. But like I said, if you enter a startup, you know that you will be given a very critical job to do because the workforce is less, and that time they need to get some work done with you. So you learn a lot of technical skills that time. I got a good handling about idea about how you put data science into practice. That was one of my stream to do. And as long as managing time is concerned, I was lucky that COVID gave me a lot of time because our classes were online and I used to request from our college HODs and principal that I'd rather invest my time in this because online lectures, although they help you, but as long as you are able to cover up, I felt it's fine. But as if you are talking about students now, how they should plan is that you don't need four internships, you just need two good internships. Ideally, at the end of your second year and at the end of your third year, you are good, I think. If you choose the right place, you will be fine.
That's really a great advice, bro. Like, coming to the BHL job, like, can you describe your current role and responsibilities as an executive engineer at BHEL?
Well, right now it's just training, so we are just being taught about what organization is all about and what kind of business they do, what the products they make, and for now I'm just going through that, and we are being taken across the country to different units, and
Oh,
we are
that's
being
really.
shown how they work together. Uh, but one thing I think in future I'll be working on design of heat exchangers for Tejas, if you know LCA Tejas aircraft. That is something I may be working on in future, like I said, but depends on our organization requirements, what they expect from me. I should be ready. But since I have masters from IIT and expertise in that area of design and CFD, I think I might be working on that. And in PSU in general, you'll be directly contributing towards your country's progress, whatever it is. You take any PSU, they are focused on nation building. That is one biggest reward if you see as an individual you can take. And I take that inspiration from my father. He has like even he gave gate in the while he was 54 years old, and he still managed to get a better rank than me. So
Oh my God.
something I take a inspiration from him, and he has actually designed 15 to 20 ships, Indian naval vessels directly, which are one of them is INS Vikramaditya. It was flagship of Indian Navy. So he inspires me to follow this path, and I'm grateful that I'm at least trying to make him proud.
That's really passionate.
Yeah,
So, bro, like, you secured, like, you have got a job in like Texas in Goldman Sachs, and also
yeah,
you got a job in like Formula F1. But why
yeah.
only you choose like BHEL?
Well, there are reasons. The demand. First thing is, I was not ready to move out of the country. I couldn't acclimatize, to be brutally honest. It's tough. It's demanding when you go abroad. That is one thing. Second thing is that, well, I feel it is more rewarding when you are close to your home with your parents, close to your parents at least. Once in a while, you can come out and check them out because they are the reason because of whom you have done this much. Moving away from them, although it makes them happy, but deep inside, it I was not ready for that, and that was the brutally honest reason. But well, I did work for some time after my BTech for in that, but it was tough to acclimatize. Like I was struggling for food and all to acclimatize in the situation abroad. I felt it's better off to take some time when you're close here and you're doing a similar job. I felt this is better situations and all. But it was a I don't regret it. I'm learning a lot and I'm happy with that.
Like, truly patriotic you are.
No, but
To family, to the country, and everything.
well, I won't say patriotic, but situations were such that I choose to be. But it's okay. It was, I'm happy because as long as it's rewarding, it's good. And as long as you are upskilling without being stagnant, it's fine. Yeah.
So, like, what is the biggest challenge in your current job?
The biggest challenge is that it's about well, look, in government organization, if you want to implement something new, like I
Mm.
am a 2020 to pass out. I bring with me a plethora of, and 2024 from IIT Bombay, I bring out plethora of technical prowess in like designing, analysis, and stuff like these in different softwares, which are of different dimensions. If I take these to our BHEL, they're still working on very older versions like conventional practice and all. To implement these, to revolutionize this, it takes some time. And in organizations like this, government organization, it's not easy to bring about a change overnight. It takes a lot of effort and it takes a lot of people to convince too. And that is the reason why it is challenging. But what I take is that as long as you are bringing productivity and you give profitability to your organization, they will look up to you and they will give you a chance. Although it takes time, you will still got to keep trying. So the biggest challenge here is bringing those new technologies into practice, which I know could very much benefit this organization from, and also to actually bring them as a product in real life. That is something which I think BHEL could do. Yeah.
So, like, what advice would you give to the current engineering students or recent graduates who's aspiring to follow like similar career path?
Well, first of all, like work a lot on yourself, like go through lectures in from very good sources. I would say NPTEL. If you find anything better than that, you are free to choose. But one thing is that do not focus on finishing the syllabus. If you see GATE, people take the GATE syllabus copy and they try to finish it as fast as possible. But in that process, they forget very critical thing. Any fundamental for a competitive exam is revision. It's not about how much you finished, it's about how much you are able to retain what you have learned. So revise frequently and give a lot of mock tests to assess yourself how you are. And because without mock tests you don't know where you stand, you don't even know if you are able to actually remember what you have studied. Mock tests, frequent revision, and number three, like maintain a proper sleep cycle. Do not sacrifice sleep because your productivity scales down. I tried that and I was brutally affected. My scores were going down and my mental peace was also being affected. To be honest, I was being very health also it affects. So have a good sleep cycle and then good revision and then frequent mock tests. And I would say don't sacrifice your college life because college life comes once in your lifetime, and the bonds which you make that time, my friends from my BTech, I still am very grateful to them because they are the ones who will help you when you are down and out, because you will face a lot of situations where you fail, you fumble, you fall down, you like have to go through a lot of challenges, and you can't look up to your parents always because they will get worried. At this age you should not give pressure to your parents. Your friends are there to take that for you. So maintain good friendships, maintain good memories. At the same time, just simple thing, revise, write mock tests, and maintain a good sleeping cycle. I think that should be the three and four things I would say.
That's good. We have some questions in the comment section, bro. I'll just display on
Sure,
screen.
sure.
Yeah. So, like, our core internship plays a major role during campus placement.
That depends on the company which you are sitting for in placements. But yeah, they play because the working of a core industry is much more conventional, and they will most likely focus on like what you have seen there, like how they would be curious to know what actually they do, and most importantly, it is very easier to answer questions related to core internship than non-core internship in interview because you say what you see. That's it. In non-core, you have to say what you don't see, like coding. And even today, if you ask about my startup, I have to go through what I have done. If you ask me about the core internships, I would say in a flash. So I would advise they will help you because you'll be able to answer the questions in ease. Yeah.
That's nice. I'm showing other questions. Huh? Are the certificates really important? Like, if we learn something from the YouTube, we can't get a certificate. That's a issue. Like, for a certificate, we need to enroll it in a paid course. Is that really important?
Yeah, well, certificates are important. For that, that's a very good point which Aparna said. It's that you have to pay. I paid, but you have a lot of even open course websites like SolarLearn and open platforms like those which give you certificates without paying any money. And even I think the best thing is, like I told that multiple times during interview, NPTEL is giving you certificates for, I know, I think for that also you have to write exam. But I think there are a lot of open platforms. You have to have certificates for sure. When you are coming to campus placements, you not pay that much, but it's good to have certification in like two or three technical streams. Otherwise, you won't have a differentiating factor as such. This is my personal opinion. It could be contradictory as well.
There's another question actually. It came in the private chat. One
Yeah.
second. Yeah. When I was in college final year, I was confused whether to focus more on GATE, ESE, or state government exams. It's because each exam had different weightage for different subjects and general. So, what is your opinion for that? So,
Well,
what strategy would that's a continuation? What strategy
yeah.
would you suggest to such students?
First of all, you need to be clear what kind of life you wish to have. If you go for GATE and DSC, you will be having a life where you will be going across the country. You will be transferred. You don't know to places which don't even exist in the country. You will be shocked to see that like such place even exists. You should be ready for that kind of life if you go for GATE and DSC, but at the same time you'll be rewarded equally for that. It will be across the country and much more demanding compared to state government. While if you want to go for state PSCs or state exams, it is, I think, it is, you'll be within your state, like Andhra or Telangana or any other state. You'll be in your state and you'll be working throughout your service in the state. But the problem is your job will be depending more on how your state runs. It will be in the hands of state government. So your promotions and all may not be on time or they may be delayed as well. There's a lot of backlog in state related jobs promotion. While if you see central gate ESC and all, you get, I won't say they are on time, but much better compared to state PSCs. But again, you have to go to places across the country, so you need to be ready for that. And it is up to one's choice how they feel. Based on this, they have to take one decision by the end of their final year. If you are clear on what you want to go, then you focus only on that. Otherwise, you can't do both the things together. It's not possible. It is very difficult. It can be done, but I would not advise you to do so because that becomes very risky again. Yeah.
So, bro, like, I think those are the questions. Okay, there's one more question just now.
Yeah.
Describe about your student life at IIT Bombay. Is it tough to survive there?
I'm glad that that question came. I was hoping. Yeah, it's very tough. After you move from your state college to IIT Bombay, it is very tough because you won't be competing only with your MTech students. You will be competing with the BTech final year students of IIT Bombay as well. Because I'm using the word competing because there you don't have marking like 50 above is pass mark, 60 above is 7.7 point. It's not like that. It is relative grading, which means they will take the average of all marks. And if you are in average score, you get 7 points. If you are above average, then it will go to 8. It's, you have to be with them, and people there have excellent cognitive and technical expertise that I took me 3 4 months to even get acclimatized. And the curriculum there is very demanding and different. It's not like our state colleges. There are days where I didn't even study anything and I just wrote exams in state college, but that's never the case in IIT. You have to consistently study right from day one until you give your end semester exam. in IIT. Otherwise, you will not even clear the subject. So one thing is that you will learn a lot of things. That is one thing. So although it is tough, but I am grateful that I've been there. I've got the opportunity to be there, because if not for that, I think the technical skills I have wouldn't have been this fine as a mechanical, like CFD and all. So that's one thing. Yeah.
So, bro, like any final thoughts or tips for our viewers?
Well, like I said, although we made this more about how you need to focus and all, I would just say, like, most of your viewers, I'm assuming, are in colleges. So I would say enjoy your college life. Don't ever sacrifice your college life for the sake of uh, exams. I mean, sacrifice in the sense, don't focus only on studies. Make good friends, have some memories, because 20, 30 years down the line, they are the ones that will actually make you feel grateful that you've been there. At the same time, just revise frequently whatever you are preparing, and have only one goal in mind. Don't have multiple things. I think that's one mistake I made in my second year. I used to prepare for all the exams, and like I told, my father used to apply for a lot of exams, which are very different. That time, you don't actually stick to one target. So, and that time, you don't uh, actually find yourself in one path, and you won't get anything. So, stick to one target, have a good college life, revise well, and assess yourself frequently, upskill yourself, like be in line with whatever trends. I think we are not done with the technology. Technology keeps on evolving. You need to be upskilling yourself frequently. No one will tell you that. It's your responsibility to do that. Lastly, have a good sleep cycle. That is very important, because once that
Yeah, that's
gets
thing.
disturbed, you are done. Like you, it's very hard to come back. So that's one thing.
There's one more question popped up just now. If we crack gate in third year, can we apply to PSUs?
Wow. Well, no, you can't. But I think it's good if you are able to crack it with a rank good enough to get PSU. Then I think in a way you can be sure that you are in a good space, like you are having good knowledge. But you can't apply for PSUs with that score. You can apply for BARC and NPCIL. These are the two PSUs which take 3 years gate score. That is in your final year after you finish your like college days. You can't apply in third year itself. And even admission you can take in IITs and NITs with that score, but that is after your final year. But it's good if you are able to get in third year, because you'll be free in your final year. You can spend some time doing things you like. That is a very good situation if you are in.
So, bro, the final question, like, how can our viewers connect with you, like, or follow your work?
Well, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. I frequently update my whereabouts there,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, that is one thing professionally. And I think that's something you can have good like knowledge about what I am doing and what how my career is up to whereabouts. So that is why I would suggest LinkedIn is one thing, or email as well. I could share that. If anyone would like to know something about their choice they want to make, I'll let you know my email. You can convey. Yeah,
So yeah,
sure.
that's it for today. But like, I know I asked you a lot of questions and bugged you so much for today within a short
So
notice.
thank you so much for having me. I felt
Yeah.
great. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Muzammil, for sharing an incredible journey and insights with us today. And your achievements and experiences are truly inspiring. I'll say like truly patriotic. And I'm sure I gained a lot of valuable information. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Vikas. Thanks.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank you so much. So, guys, to everyone who joined us today, we hope you found this session enlightening and motivating. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And just hit the bell icon for upcoming such events. And stay tuned for our upcoming sessions with more amazing events. Until next time, keep learning and stay inspired. And whatever sessions you want, can just keep in the comments below so that we can plan those sessions, like how to crack masters in different colleges, CAT, GRE, whatever. Just keep in the comments so that we can get to know about your work and everything, so that we can bring those guests. So yeah, that's it for today. Click on the subscribe to follow us more. Thank you. Bye bye.